Hello, grade twos. It's me, Teacher Sholto, and today we are going to do a new lesson. I hope that you are all staying safe. I hope that you are staying at home and that you are keeping fit and healthy and you are working hard. I hope that you guys are doing your homework because it's very important that you do your homework so that we can learn. Okay, so today we are going to learn a lot of things about trees. Now, we should know because we are an eco school that trees are very, very important. Okay, and we are going to learn today why they are important. So let's start the lesson. So today we will learn why trees are important. And as usual, we will do the vocabulary first. So we will learn some new words that will help us with today's lesson. Okay, Teacher Shelter will show you a picture. I will give you one or two clues or some information and try to shout the answer when if you know it. If you don't know it, you can wait for the answer. But when Teacher Shelter shows you the answer, we should all say it and remember it. Okay? Say it and remember it. If you want to, you can write it down and you can practice your spelling too. Okay, so if you want to, you can get a notebook and a pencil so that you can write down some new words that you have learned. All right, let's start with the first word we're going to learn today. Okay, now let's look here. We do this every day. We have to do it or else we cannot live. What do you think the word is? Okay, good job, everyone. It's breathe. Breathe. Everybody say breathe. It's when we go, it's what we need to do to be alive. Good job, everyone. Okay, our next word, we should all know this. It's on trees. Usually they are green, but sometimes they can be different colors. In autumn, they fall off the trees. What are they? Leaves. Very good. Everyone say leaves. Leaves. One leaf with an F, many leaves. Very good. Okay, let's go to the next one. So we learned this word last week in last week's lesson. It's when we breathe and the air is very clean. We call it fresh air. Everybody say fresh air. Fresh means like clean, new. Like when we go to the countryside, we can breathe some fresh air and we go, ah, all right, fresh air. It's very good for us. And what is the opposite of fresh air? What is the opposite of clean? We should know it's What is the opposite of clean? Dirty air. Everybody say dirty air. Dirty. Dirty air. Okay, so this is when the air is not clean. When we look outside and we can only see white. All right, and there's lots of pollution. All right, it's dirty air. Okay, so now this word we also learned last week. It's the place where they make many things like shoes and clothes and technology like cell phones. And so this is a place where they make a lot of these things so that we can send it to the shops to sell. All right, we learned it last week. Factory. Everybody say factory. 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 Good job, everyone. Okay, so a factory, like we should know, is a place where they make many, many, many things. But the bad thing about the factory is they put a lot of bad things into the air, and that is not good for our planet. All right, it makes the air dirty. Okay, so this is something we all should know. Things like watermelon, orange, apple, uh, apples, pears, oranges. These things we can eat and they're very healthy. So what do you think they are? Fruit. Good job. Fruit. Everybody say fruit. Fruit. So an apple is a fruit. An orange is a fruit. A peach is a fruit. A pineapple is a fruit. Yeah. All right, so this is a type of fruit. It's very small and red, and sometimes we can put it on top of our ice cream or on a cake. Do you know what the word is? It's a cherry. So one cherry and many cherries. Cherries. Good job. All right. The next one is also a fruit, but it's very sour. When we taste it, it's very sour. All right. And it's almost like a lime, which is the small green one, but the big yellow one, we have them in Vietnam. They are called, do you know the answer? Good job. It's lemons. Lemons. So one lemon and many lemons. Good job. All right. Oh, do you know what this is? Very nice to eat and very healthy to eat. Do you know what it is? Very small and we like to eat a lot of them. Yes, good job. It's nuts. 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 Say it with teacher Shelter. Nuts. Good job. All right, good job, grade 2s. Let's keep going. All right, so this is what we can get from trees. All right, so sometimes we cut down trees so that we can get this, and we can use this to make a fire, or we can use it to build a table or build a chair. Do you know what it is? It starts with a W. What? Do you know what it is? It comes from the tree. Do you know what it is? Wood. Good job. Wood. Wood. Everybody say wood. Wood. Now remember, it's not wood, it's wood. Wood. We get wood from a tree. Like look at this table here. Sorry, this chair. It is a wood chair, a wooden chair. All right, so we can use wood to make many things. All right, and I just told you what we can do with wood. Look here. He starts it there, and that's what it can be. Does anyone know what it is? Make a. All right. We use wood. See here we use small pieces of wood, and here we use big pieces of wood, and they make a fire. So wood make fires. So wood makes fires. All right, or we can make a fire. All right. The next, so sometimes when it's very cold, we use wood to make a fire to make us not cold, not hot, but warm. So if we get warm, the fire creates warmth. Warmth. So that warmth just means it makes you warm. All right, so it creates warmth. All right, it's a difficult word to say. Everybody say warmth. Warmth. It just means to make you so you're not cold and you make a fire, and then when the fire is going and you have your nice hot tea, you will start to feel very warm. And that when we're going to read, we're going to say we use wood to make fires, and those fires give us warmth. Okay, good job. So when we look in our houses, we look at our sofas or maybe in our kitchen at the cupboards and the drawers and all the chairs, and we can see that wood can make a lot of things. So wood can make us furniture. Everybody say furniture. Furniture. Now furniture is the things in our house. Okay, like this chair is furniture. This table that teacher Sholto is working on is furniture. Cupboards inside our house is furniture. Okay, so furniture is the things inside our house. Okay, the things inside that we put inside our house. Very difficult word. Furniture. All right, it just means tables and chairs. Okay, and cupboards. Very easy. Tables and chairs and cupboards. So what are they doing? What are they doing? Look, they're using wood, but what are they doing with the wood? Yes, I think many students can get this. They are building a house. Yeah, so wood, we can use wood to build houses. We can use wood to build houses. Very cool. And remember, wood comes from trees. So trees are so important to us. Now, wood can also make this thing. What do you think this is? Most students should know this. It starts with the letter B. It's a boat. Yeah, so wood can make boats. All right, so when we have a tree, you should know this word. This is all under the ground. It's underground, and we call it the, does anybody know? It starts with the letter R, and it goes into the ground, and it helps the tree. If it's strong, it will help the tree to grow. Does anyone know what it is? Very good. Roots. Roots. Very good, students. All right, a lot of new words, but you can watch this video many times. Okay? All right, here's another one. All right, you should know this word from science, and it's the ground that we use to grow plants. It's the ground that we use to grow plants. Starts with the letter S. It's not sand. It's the ground we use to grow plants. Do you know it? Very good. Soil. Soil. Everybody say soil. Soil. Good job, grade 2s. All right, let's look at this one. What is he doing? So I'm looking for a verb here. What is he doing? Very good. He's planting. So we can use plant as a verb. So I will plant a tree. So that means that when I plant it, it's the action. So it's a verb. I will plant the tree. Okay. If you want to say, look at that plant, then I'm using plant as a noun. Then we are talking about this, just the actual plant. But when we put it into the ground, then that means we are planting a tree, or we plant a flower, and that is the verb. Okay, let's go to the next one. Very difficult one. This means to go away, like to you can see it and then it goes away. And many times we will say this is like ghosts or something, and the word is disappear, disappearing. All right, it means like going away. You can't see it anymore. Disappear. You can't see it. All right, look at this girl. It's just a picture. It's not real. It looks like she is disappearing, and then you can't see her anymore. Okay. Now, the reason we need to learn this word is because we say that trees in the world are disappearing because we are cutting them all. So these trees should all be here, but because we cut them down, they disappear and we can't see them anymore. Okay, and if we are not careful and we cut too many trees, then all the trees will disappear. So we need to be careful and look after our trees. Okay. So yes, of course, we need to save trees. We know that save means like keep safe and look after. So we need to save trees. We've done this with eco schools. We need to save our trees, like look after our trees. And how can we do that? Of course, we have learned this before. We need to recycle, because if we recycle, that means we don't need to make more. If we recycle our books, next year we already have enough paper to make new books. But if we don't recycle our books, we need to cut down some trees to make new books. Okay, so we need to recycle all of our paper that we can so that we don't need to cut down new trees. All right. So now we are ready to read. So now we know all the new words we need. If you want to, you can press pause now and watch the video again. All right, there are many new words and you can go back and watch them all, watch all the new words again, so that when we read, we know everything. We are going to go to our learner's book, page 92 and 93. But again, please students, if you want to, just go back to the beginning, maybe play a game where you try to see how many words you can remember. So you don't look at the answer, just look at the picture and say, I know that word, it's this. And when you know all the words, then you can go and read. But if you don't know all the words, I think watch it again, watch it again, watch it again. Maybe watch it 5 times and learn all the new words we need to know for this lesson, and then we can read next. Okay, 92 and 93, please take out those pages so that we can read and learn. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to say, what do we know about trees already? What do you already know about trees? I know that trees are green. I know that some trees are big. I know some trees are small. All right, so they want us to say 5 things that we know about trees. So all you need to do is you just stop now and you tell your sister or your mom or your dad or your grandpa or your grandma, just say 5 things you know about trees. Just small things, anything. Birds live in trees. Some trees are green. Some trees are big. You can say anything you want to say about trees. Okay, just 5 things, and then we listen and read to learn more. So don't read yet. Just say any 5 things that you know about trees. Press pause and go and tell someone 5 things you know about trees. Go, 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 go. You can do it. All right, good job, everyone. Let's go. Let's start the lesson now. We will read and listen. Remember to read and listen. Okay, we will read and listen.
Track 64. Presents from a tree. The green.
All right, so she says presents from a tree. So we know that presents are like gifts. So now we will read, what gifts do trees give us? What gifts do trees give us? And they give us many, many gifts. So let's listen.
The green leaves reach high into the air. They clean the dirty air. They give us fresh air to breathe.
Wow. So number 1, the green leaves reach high into the air. Reach means to try to touch, reach high into the air. And they clean the dirty air. So the leaves on the trees clean the dirty air. If we did not have trees, then we would not have clean air. And then if we don't have clean air, we won't be able to breathe. So trees keep us alive. Trees are very, very, very important because they clean the air for us. They take dirty air and they make it into clean air. Leaves are very, very, very special. All right, let's go to number 2.
To breathe. Some trees give us fruit, like lemons and cherries. Other trees give us nuts.
Wow, so trees can give us some fruit like lemons, apples, pears, bananas. Trees can give us so many different fruits. They can also give us nuts to eat. So first, trees can give us fresh air to breathe, and trees can give us food to eat. Wow, trees are really special.
Give us nuts.
Number 3.
People use the wood to make fires for cooking and for warmth. They build houses and boats and furniture. They use wood to make paper.
Wow, so we can use wood off the tree. So we cut the tree down and then we use the wood to make a fire. The fire keeps us warm. We make a fire so that we can cook and eat our food. We make a fire. We use wood to build our house. We use wood to build our furniture and to make boats. We use wood so we have paper to write on and learn. Wow, we use trees for everything. Let's go to number 4.
Breathe. Some trees give
over
us
here.
fruit, like lemons and cherries. Other trees give us nuts.
Number 3.
People use the wood to make fires for cooking and for warmth. They build houses and boats and furniture. They use wood to make paper. The
Number
roots
4.
reach down into the ground.
Reach down.
They hold the soil in place for other plants and grass.
So the tree's roots help other plants and grass to grow because they hold the soil. All right.
Furniture. They use wood to make paper.
All right, number
The
4
roots
again.
reach down into the ground. They hold the soil in place for other plants and grass.
Okay, disappearing trees.
Disappearing trees. All over the world, people are cutting down trees.
So bad.
People cut down trees to make room for new buildings. They cut down trees to get more wood and make more paper. When trees are cut down, animals lose their homes.
The birds
There
lose
are
their
fewer
homes.
trees to clean the air and hold the soil in place.
The monkeys and the birds lose their homes.
Help save the trees. Children all over the world can help to save trees. In some schools, children plant trees. In many schools, children recycle paper. A factory uses the old paper to make new paper, so fewer trees are cut down.
Yes. All right, so let's first go to disappearing trees. So the trees are going away because we are cutting them all. So all over the world, people are cutting down trees. People cut down trees to make space, to make room for new buildings. We want to build buildings. They cut down trees to get more wood and make more paper. Okay, so we need to start making new paper. We need to recycle the paper we have so that we don't need new paper. Okay, so when trees are cut down, animals like birds and monkeys and insects lose their homes. There are fewer trees to give us clean air, and fewer trees, less trees. Fewer means less, little, less trees to hold the soil in place. Okay, so that means flowers and grass can't grow. All right. So we at Inwencio have the Eco Schools project. So we are also trying to help save the trees. Some students can have a chance to plant trees, and we recycle paper so that we don't need to make new paper. And there are many factories that use old paper that we throw in the recycle bin to make new paper. So then we don't need to cut down more trees. Okay, let's look at number 2. Let's talk about it. What new facts did you learn about trees? I wonder, what did you learn about trees? I learned many things. I learned that the trees hold the soil in place. So the roots in the ground, they hold the soil so the soil doesn't break. And that means the grass and the flowers can grow. All right, I learned that nuts come from trees. Wow, nuts come from trees. That's really nice. I love to eat nuts and they come from trees. All right, did you learn what we could use wood for? Did you learn something about the leaves that make the clean air? All right, try to think about what you learned about trees today. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, tell your sister. Tell everyone in your family. What did you learn about trees? You can hold your book and read it to them, and that will help you to remember what you can learn. Think of some foods that come from trees. We should know many. All the fruits that we know, remember some fruits come from the ground, so be careful. It's not all fruits, but try to think and Google fruit from trees, and you will see many different trees that make different fruits that we can eat. Now the last one, look around your room. What can you see that is made from wood? If I look in my house, I can see cupboards. I can see cupboards up there. I can see a chair next to me. I can see a table here in front of me. I can see a little table that holds my TV. I can see my door. is made out of wood. All right, so there are many things. Oh, the bottom of my bed is made out of wood. Wow, I can see many things that is made out of wood, that are made out of wood in my house. All right, so look around your house and write them down. Name, or just name some things. Just look and say, yes, that. All right. All right, let's go. Now, are there any words in the reading that we did together? Are there any words that you don't know? Maybe like reach is a difficult word, reach, um, and maybe factory is a difficult word. Now, because we are not in class, we cannot ask your class, so we need to ask our family. Ask your family. If nobody knows, look it up on Google. All right, go onto Google and type in the word factory, and then you can read all about it. Now, I know some students maybe don't have Google or the family can't help them. So write down any words you don't know. Ask someone in your family for help. If they don't know the word, then you just ask Teacher Shelter in the Zoom lesson next week. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing. What will we do to save trees? We should have many, many ideas by now. Okay, because we've done it before with EcoSport. Of course, here are some ways to save trees. Of course, we can plant a tree. That's the best way, right? If we plant a tree, then we are helping the world to have more trees. We can recycle paper. So here we can write on both sides of the paper. Many students write on one side, and when they turn, they just leave that side and they write again on this side. Okay, we write on two sides. That means we can use less paper, so we reduce how much we use. So dry your hands on one paper towel. So you should know that toilet paper is made out of wood. It's like paper, really, really thin paper. Okay, so when you dry your hands, maybe you can just shake them and then you don't need any paper. Or if you're going to take a paper, take a small piece of paper and dry your hands. We don't need to take roll, and then dry our hands, okay? Or maybe we can just use like a little towel or something like this. Just dry our hands, okay? And we can use pictures to wrap presents. We don't need to use paper. So if you draw a beautiful picture of your teacher, or if you draw a picture about what you learned last about a spider or an insect, use that picture when teacher Soto says, okay, we don't need that picture anymore. You can take that picture and use it as wrapping paper and wrap a gift. Okay, so we can think of many different ways to save the trees, to use less paper and to help the world and help the trees. So what will you do? Now I want you to make a poster. Okay, this should be very fun. We're going to make a poster and we will call it Save Trees. All right, so we're going to save trees. Draw a picture of a tree. Then I want you to do 4 things that you will do to save trees. Here, Teacher Shelter will help you. I said don't cut down trees. We should not cut down our trees. Reduce, reuse, recycle. We should know these. So recycle, we should recycle paper so that we don't need to make more. Of course, plant new trees. So plant trees. If we plant trees, then the world will have more trees. That's one. It's very simple. The last one I said is help trees grow. So we need to look after our trees and help them to grow. Some students will run and kick a small baby tree and then it breaks and then the tree is not there anymore. So we need to be careful, all right? And we need to help our trees to grow, not break them. Okay, so make a small poster about saving trees. You can do this on any piece of paper. Okay, when we do our live Zoom session on Thursday, I want to hear and I want to see your poster about saving trees. Okay, so the last 2 things you're going to do is 2 pages in your activity book, page 78. You just need to read and draw, read and color, and read and, yeah, just read and draw, read and color. Okay, Then the next page, page 79, we can answer some questions. Trees give us wood. How do people use wood? We should know we use wood to make many things: chairs, tables, fires, furniture. You can use your book to help you. All right, circle 4 foods that come from trees. Okay, be careful here. We know some here, but be careful. 4 foods. Remember, 4 foods. All right, 4 foods. All right. Yeah. All right. And I think with this one, number 3, you can use Google to help you. So I think I think that this is food and drinks because orange juice comes from oranges, right? Okay, so we know that nuts come from, we know that pears and apples, potatoes come from the ground. So they do not come from trees. All right. Be careful with that one. And bread does not come from trees. We don't go and pick bread. Okay. So here we need to circle 3 ideas that can help us save trees. This one should be very easy because you would have made your poster. And then the last thing, you just need to write down one thing you learned about trees. Just write down one thing you learned about trees in Teacher Schultz's lesson today. Okay, grade 2s. So today we should have learned that trees are very, very, very important and we need to look after them. They give us the fresh air we need to breathe. And I hope that you will make your poster and please do your homeworks, 2 pages in your activity book so that we can check it together in our Zoom session. Please do your homework, please make your poster. That's all you need to do today, okay? Do your homework, make your poster. All right, grade 2s, I will see you for our live Zoom session. And I hope that you have a lovely week. And I hope you learned a lot about trees. Trees are very, very, very important. You can tell your mom or your dad or anyone in your family how important trees are, okay? All right, grade 2s, goodbye, everyone. Have a good week. I hope to see you at school very soon.